John, Renee, Bays, Rakim, 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 John, Renee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Podcast of Color, where four trash bags come together to make sense of this world. Happy episode 87, and also happy belated birthday to myself.
And happy belated birthday, and also...
Oh, what else? What am I missing?
Oh, no, I thought there was an also.
Oh, happy Black History Month. I thought that's,
right.
I thought that's what was coming, but then it never did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was being really selfish.
I mean, it's fine. We love everyone.
The flood of dragging is about. I can feel it happening already. I'm just
no need.
I always think about when Beyonce does that when she performs "Drunk in Love," and I'm just like, does she ever like she's like, she does that random, and I'm just like, sis.
I love when people giggle in their songs. Mariah Carey does it all the time too. Like, she does it in "Giving Me Life" when she says, like, feeling myself like no regime for the first time. For the first time. And she's like, I love when people do that. Ariana does it too. And Fresh Off the Runway. I love when people smirk at themselves.
There's this one, there's a song, is it How to Love or something? It's a, what's the
Lil Wayne?
No.
Oh.
No, wrong nigga.
Thank God.
No.
What's that nigga's name? The one that's married to... Why do I know his wife's name? Keisha Kaor.
Who?
Gucci Mane. That's what it is. Gucci Mane. So, he has a song featuring Nicki Minaj, and she was like... And there's this part, she's like... just took 2 bars off just to laugh. And I don't know, you bringing that up made me think about that. She just like laughs on beat. It's really weird. It's just very Nicki.
If someone sent me that as a feature, I'd be like, No,
she actually, her verse on that is actually pretty good. It's just that, like, there's just like this one part where she's just like, like, it's just really weird. And she brags about other girls being so funny that she takes 2 bars off just to laugh or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow.
Anyways.
Wow, what a moment.
Can't claim that anymore.
For people just jumping in, my name is John, and happy Aquarius season.
Oh, we stand Tinashe. Absolutely. We stand a debut album.
Did you? Oh, well, we could talk about that later.
Absolutely, we could talk about the greatness of her. I'm Rakeem, and I'm in a great mood today.
Oh, yay.
I'm Baze, and I'm not in a great mood today. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Everybody
has to be in a great mood another day.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. And
I made a mistake by not being in a great mood?
No, okay. That's...
And Renee's not here, but I'm sure...
Well, I actually want to address that really quickly.
Oh.
I just wanted to say really quickly that Renee is in school full time. He's also been dealing with some health issues. He's been a little sick lately, so he's not on because he's just got a lot going on in his life right now. So he will be on when he can make it, but oftentimes life doesn't work like that. So he's just going to be on as much as he can be. And I just want to say that.
For all the Renadiators out there, send him your warm wishes and pictures of your hole. I'm pretty sure he'll appreciate it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Send those to Renee, not the Podcast The Color one.
Yeah, I said Renee, yeah.
Okay.
A Renadiator will do it.
The Renadiators love Renee.
I'm sure they already do it.
That's why they go by it. They probably do.
They just probably like resend it, and Renee like opens the DM and it's like 2 pictures of it already sent. And they're just gonna act like the other 2 aren't there and he didn't get ignored. That's all.
And they're like, look, it's proof that Azalea's soap works. Like,
Okay, so what's the question of color?
So the question.
Absolutely.
The
Pregunta.
question. Pregunta. De calor. What are... Shut up. Little Espanol para culo. Para da culo. I really like saying para da culo. I don't know why, but I like it. What are some things that sound like compliments but are actually insults to you?
Para that culo.
Para da culo. Well, that's not a compliment. It's just a fact.
I mean, it could be.
That's true.
If someone's like, this dick is para that culo, and you're like, para mi culo? And you're like, yeah. And see that?
No,
see,
you're
that's
like,
a compliment.
And he's like, ooh, air?
Okay,
Did you say air?
Yeah.
I need...
Hermana, sis.
So I'll go
is gender neutral
first.
for sis.
Right,
Yes. Jean von Kagendorf. I messed that up all the way. Jean von Kagendorf.
I was like, there's
John
literally
Von.
no T in John's name.
Girl, I don't know. My mouth had a mind of its own. It just went where it wanted to go.
That's my problem
First time it
sometimes.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sometimes.
Now, your problem is your ass does what it wants to do. Not your mouth.
Baze,
So-
that picture you tweeted about that thing talking about like the ass like swallowed the neck hole or something like that.
Yeah, somebody posted like, this is why you need an editor for your novels. And it said something like, it was like her anus around his neck, locked there.
I immediately thought of John like meditating on some man's like
I immediately thought of John wrapping his anus around somebody's neck because I could see it.
T.
Can
Like
you
I
name
just
a more peaceful place.
Of a more useful place for to put your anus
I'm kidding.
than around someone's neck.
I'm meditating.
Wow.
He's like, yes, set the scene.
Okay, so question of color. A compliment that sounds like an insult. Someone told me while I had makeup on that they like the way that I don't blend my makeup. And I was like, wow. Yeah. They were like, I like that you don't blend it. And I'm like, fuck, damn. And
Wait.
just, with a full face of makeup on, I'm like trying to smile through my makeup.
They could not have thought that was a compliment. That was a read.
wow.
There's no way. I love that your makeup is not blended. I love the patches of color that you have.
I love the
going on
confidence you
already.
have to be able to go out like that. That's so admirable.
Wow. I could never do something like that, but
Myself.
I'm like admire the fuck out of you for being able to do it. I could never pull that off, but I think you do it really well.
But you could just pull up anything, you know? You just do what you
You know? Yeah. Have you seen that video? Or heard that video? It's like, what's the anti-vaxxer blonde lady? Jenny McCarthy and
Oh.
what's that drunk, like, white girl from the 2000s? Tara Reid.
Paris Hilton?
And so there's like Tara Reid and Jenny McCarthy, and they're like
Tara.
having like a very passive aggressive white girl argument. She's like, "Oh, and I just hope you do really well. Yes, I just hope you do really well, and like I hope you stay married, and I hope your relationship just works out. Oh my god, yeah, I hope that your marriage works out too. I hope your husband never cheats on you. Yeah, me too. Like I hope you guys stay faithful to each other. Wow, yeah." And they were just going back and forth doing this.
Have
really
you seen those the
passive-aggressive-
videos based of like those two little white girls on Twitter that like
Yes.
11?
Yes, those like tweens.
Yeah, tweens.
And the girl's like, I can do a whistle note. She's like, and she keeps like screaming at the top of her lungs and is not doing a whistle note on tone.
The funniest one is when she's like, well, first she's like, oh, that lipstick was a choice. And then she was also saying something like, I don't even want you to come to my birthday party. And she's like, well, actually, I heard that your mom was saying that you were begging for me to come. And she was like, why would I beg for you to come? She's like, I was just doing charity work. She was like,
and then she was like, and then she said something like, I would never want to be at your house or something. And she was like, have you seen my house?
Woo!
Like,
coming for next. Like,
I love white girl arguments are the most entertaining ever.
I love it. Like, they literally be going for the jugular too. Like, oh man, like, I know, okay, this is kind of inappropriate because they said this and I gasped, but she was like, why were you like on the internet, like with your sports bra? It was like something that the pedophiles would love, but I guess that's you, I guess. And I was like,
oh my God.
What?
I was like, girl, like,
that's really low.
Beyonce, wait. Beyonce just posted something. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, bye. Okay, never mind. I thought it wasn't. Okay, never mind.
All right. What is a compliment that you guys have received that is actually an insult?
I get this all the time, and it's just like, I know people mean it as a compliment, and it's just funny to me sometimes when people just say like, I just wish I had the confidence that you do to wear the things that you do.
Oh,
and I'm like,
what? Damn.
And I'm like,
how do you
thanks.
respond to that? Yeah, just thanks.
Like, I know what they're trying to say, but it's also like what you're telling me is, if I look like people like that look like you really shouldn't be wearing that, but I applaud the fact that you don't care that you look bad, like, is what people are saying. But you know what? It's fine. It doesn't really bother me at all. It's actually kind of funny. But whenever someone says it to me, like, usually I get it through like Instagram or something like that, so I just like don't respond to it. But if someone does say it in person, I'm always just like, I just usually just say like, thank you, and then kind of just like side eye, and then just like slowly walk away. I don't really know how to like deal with confrontation.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Are we Kingdom Hearts theming it?
Yeah.
I think the only one is I really wasn't like super. Oh my God, this child in my hallway is like screaming at the top of their lungs.
Wow. Welcome to Podcast of Color, where
like,
listen,
her Hail Payman, like, apparently, like,
that demon is coming out of her. You go and be great in your lavender. Oop, there she goes.
Okay, let's
out of her.
Let's turn this into a meme. Oh dang, it stopped. Dang it.
No, it didn't. I just been trying to like mute my mic when I'm not talking, so you don't hear it. There she is.
No, it's okay. I can take it out. Just keep going.
When you find out he's a Scorpio.
Oh,
when you find out he's a Scorpio.
When you bottom for the first time.
Oh no, that's so topical for me.
Oh, you know what, Baze? Oops, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Okay.
Baze, what is a compliment that you have received that is actually
I reached out to a friend who I don't think listens to this anymore, so I think it's fine. But
well, you'll know by tomorrow.
Yeah, and they were like, I was like asking them about this thing, and they were like, I was asking because I was like trying to like, whenever I see something that I like on like Instagram or something, I'll like ask them because they.
Oh, I think I already know what this is.
Fashionable. And so I was like, oh, can I like, what do you think? Like, do you know where I can find this? And they were like, oh no. They were like, that's too trendy. You're better than this. And like, I know they meant it as like a compliment to my style, but I was just like, also like,
but that's what you liked.
Yeah. So I was just like, Miss Jackson. I was just like stucco stupid. I was like, okay.
So essentially, what they were saying was, "Oh, you bringing me this ugly thing? Just you playing? What you really want to show me?"
Exactly. There was like, no,
like Chile, absolutely.
Chile, the ghetto, the trend ghetto.
Oh wait, I just thought of another one.
What?
At work, so at work, I like to wear like plaid pants, and one of my coworkers, she like just coincidentally, every time I see her, I happen to be wearing this specific pair of pants, and like,
oh no!
So she saw me and she was like, "I love those pants on you," and then like a week later, she was like, "Oh my god, you're wearing them again." Some things like never change.
Like, damn, bitch, you want to be my stylist, huh? Because you in my closet already.
That's my
You're
worst
what I'm
fear.
doing.
She was like, "I love that you just keep wearing them." And I'm like,
Did
what are
she
you
wear the
supposed to
same
do?
thing?
Wear them once and throw them away?
But you know, like when you see someone, I don't know, it's just different because it's not like a uniform. It's like clothes that you're supposed to be changing out, I guess.
Does she wear the same thing every day?
No, she doesn't. She actually changes her outfit pretty often.
My thing is, who even
Okay, so
notices
she probably
stuff
has
like
no
that?
furniture, but go off.
My thing is, who even notices stuff like that unless you like really paying attention to people?
Bored.
You know what I mean? Like I get if you wear like literal same exact outfit every day, then I'm gonna be like, bitch, like, do you shower?
Yeah.
But if
Do you
you
shower?
wear, yeah, I'm gonna ask questions. I am gonna ask questions. But like, if you wearing like, if I see you wear a pair of pants more than once or twice, I'm not gonna be like, oh, ew, girl,
Like,
Like,
shouldn't
who
you be like
notices that?
busy like saving people's lives?
Right? Don't you have a job? Isn't that what you do?
Like,
You
aren't
just
you
get
in-
paid for your job?
Like, how you
Wait,
hate
has
it
anyone-
at work? Ugh,
No one's
like,
ever called you all out for that, like when you were in school or something?
no.
I remember like
Yeah,
when I was in
middle
high
school.
school, like people would always try to change up their outfits and like
Yeah, but that's high school. That's when that stuff is allowed. Like, this isn't a workplace. Like, you're an adult. Like, grow up. Like, high school is one thing. That's when everyone's supposed to be petty and, like, annoying and childish. Like, you're in a professional environment. Like, unless she's going to buy you new pants.
She need a second job.
Period.
Because she got too much time.
Since you got so much
She need a hobby.
all right, I'm gonna take that back to work. Thank
Tell
you.
her to get a job, a second job.
Next time, listen, I know this isn't funny. I mean, this isn't probably the best thing to say, but this will piss her off. The next time she says about your pants, just be like, find you a husband. How about that? And then see what happens.
Do you have a man? Do you date? That's what I'll ask her.
Find a
Do you
man.
have,
Like,
what do you occupy your time with when you're not sitting up here worried about me?
like, clearly there's no dick in your life, so find it. How about that? Tell her that. See what happens.
Or pussy, we don't.
Yeah, I
we
was
don't
gonna
know
make
her
sure it's
life.
vagina.
Anyway,
Or there's no something in your life, and tell her that and see what happens.
so I think that's gonna cover the intro.
Wait, did
And
we all
we'll be
answer?
back.
We did all answer.
Yeah, we did all answer a very long answer each of us.
Oh,
Renee?
you're right.
No, I'm kidding.
Renee, what
Renee?
would Renee think was a compliment?
Oof.
Oh
No, or as an insult, but it sounds like a compliment.
An insult that sounds like it's a compliment.
Oh
That
wait,
someone told Renee. Oh God.
I can't say the first thing that comes to mind, so I'll wait till after.
Text it. But also, please text it. But also, the options are like limitless. Like, let's see here.
Probably like, oh, like you're always at 24. That's so cool. Like, I don't know.
I love that you work out for so long.
Right. You're so
I love that you're at the
dedicated to
gym
your
for
workouts.
like 3 hours.
I don't think that would be it.
Oh, absolutely.
He would actually think that's a compliment. Oh, John,
man.
bitch.
Well,
John.
Welcome. We'll see y'all in the minutes of color.
What up? Shit, for a second I forgot I was the one that was supposed to be talking. I was like, oh, when we gonna start, bitch? Welcome back to the Minutes of the Keller. Topics, things, events, current events, world events.
These are a few of my favorite things.
We're gonna get to her later.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that one right there. But for now, let's get into DJ Envy and Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj has been talking about being blackballed for a minute. Personally, I didn't believe her. Honestly, and truly,
I don't care, but
DJ Envy of The Breakfast Club acknowledged that he was blackballing her and was not playing her shit on their show. So, Charlamagne called it whack.
called DJ Envy whack or Nicki whack?
Yeah. called him whack for not playing her music because he was allowing his personal problems with her to get in between the professional, which is his job as a DJ, to play the tracks that are hot. And instead of doing that, I mean, not to say that last album was hot, but
I was just about to say, by that criteria, then
good form earned his place. Like, I'll give good form that. Like, good form is a bop.
Are they not playing good form on the radio?
I thought they were. I don't know. I don't really actually listen to the radio, but
I know I don't have a radio, so I can't vouch.
I can imagine it's a radio friendly. I don't know, but I can imagine it's radio friendly. Like, I mean, not the lyrics, but you know what I mean. Like, it sounds like something they would play on the radio.
I'm sure there's a clean version of it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's just whack that he did that. That's ugly.
Yeah, I mean, you gonna blackball me? Blackball me? Nikki? Blackball
Nicki the Ninja?
me? Nicki Minaj? Because when you're a woman in the industry, they don't like to listen to you. You want, because if it's a man, they bossed up. But if it's a woman, I'm a bitch. No, I don't like it. If I was at the pickle juice, I would still be drinking pickle juice.
Wow,
the stand jump.
Bossed up. I'm bossed up. I'm bossed up. I'm a fucking Nicki Minaj. I'm a boss. That's probably how she got into it. Or that's probably what she did when she first heard it.
Did you hear the snippets of her song that she released on her show?
Queen Radio?
Yeah, that's still on. I didn't know that.
Wait, what's the song called? What's it about?
I have no idea. I didn't listen to it. I just was wondering if y'all did.
No.
I'll listen to it when it comes on iTunes.
Is it like?
I know nothing about it. I didn't even listen to. I don't listen to Queen Radio, so I couldn't tell you. I just wondered if y'all had.
No, I did hear that her next album's finished though, apparently, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, I heard Rihanna's is. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, she commented and said absolutely, or she commented on that and she said, "It's ready when it's ready" or something like that.
And who knows when that'll be? But it's only been like 3 years. I think people are forgetting that like albums used to take time because artists keep coming out with new songs. Like Ariana just finished her last album, and now she's finishing up this one, and Cardi's got a new album coming out this year, and she just had Invasion of Privacy last May. Everyone just is like constantly like just trying to stay in the media's attention, and even Rihanna was giving you an album every year. And I think Drake gives us an album every year, whether we want it or not. So
Beyonce was talking about this in her documentary in Life Is But a Dream. She was like, artists just put out quick singles and they burn out, and then they just put out another one, and people don't make bodies of work anymore. And so she was like, people don't make albums. And so I'm glad that Rihanna's like taking time to like make a body of work, because Anti was that girl. Like,
it was. And if this is better than Anti, this could be like her like magnum opus or some shit.
Wow.
I have a feeling. I was listening to Anti this morning when I was cleaning up, and like, wow, what a moment. Like,
yeah, I haven't listened to it in a minute. I need to go replay.
Consideration is so good. Like, it's just so
yes,
funny.
Wow, I was just thinking that.
It's so funny listening to SZA on that now. Like,
yeah,
you know, wow.
Did you know that there's like a whole, there's a whole, on Spotify, if you type in Round of Consideration, there's like a whole remix of the whole, like a separate album just dedicated to Consideration remixes.
Oh, wow.
Let's check that out.
No,
yeah,
but
it's been remixed a lot, and so it's just like Consideration MK remix, Consideration Dance remix, Consideration this remix. I'm like, damn, it's so good. All of them are so good.
The gay strike again.
Cardi B. That's right, I said Cardi B.
We stand.
No, Cardi B has been making a lot of political commentary on the Twitter and on the Instagram. And a lot of people have been telling her to shut the fuck up.
And I wish they would shut up.
Yeah, well, because they think she's dumb. And her former history teacher at her alma mater of Renaissance High School for Musical Theater and Arts in the Bronx posted a message on her Facebook page. She said, "For those of you on my feed who are trashing Cardi B for representing a political voice, A, she probably scored higher than you on the U.S. History Regents exam and was in my AP government class. B, you're not nearly as busy as her, and what have you done to advance political discourse in this country? Ooh. C, she has a national platform and is using it to speak about things that are important. Why can't we respect that? D, shut the fuck up and take a seat." So the Miss Teacher was reading down.
All
down.
facts. All facts. Like,
all facts, honey.
No printer. All facts. Like when when did she say a lie? Because
she said AP government.
Like, when did you say a lie too, babes? Because you were just like, because people think she's dumb. And, like, I legit had a conversation with people about this last week where I had to defend her. And I was talking about how, like, how people act like because of how she talks or where she's from or because of her personality that she's stupid, or because she's a hood rat that automatically means she's not intelligent. And it's just like, I don't know where that comes from. And 9 times out of 10, the same hood rats that people be making fun of for being stupid know how to make money 18,000 different ways, 18 million, 7 million different kind of ways than you do. So, yes, my brain just aired right there. And you know what? That's fine. And,
if there's 100 people in a room, all you need is just...
Oh, my God. No, I mean, it just comes down to, like, our idea of it's classism, point blank, period. Like, you have to speak a certain way. It's all, like, a specific type of English. And people use that as a barometer for intelligence. And it really don't mean shit. Like, I have friends that have gone to Ivy Leagues all across this country. I have friends that have studied with the elite, the quote-unquote elite, and the best that this country has to offer, and a lot of them niggas is dumb. They don't. They can give you a whole dissertation saying a whole bunch of big ass words, but they don't be saying nothing, and none of it means anything.
Like, a lot of these people, just ask them about their, like, just ask them a basic question about, like, what they feel about, like, Black Lives Matter, or what they feel about, like, whatever, and then you'll see how smart they are in about two seconds. Like,
just literally listen to them talk, because a lot of people, especially white men, get away with just saying things confidently and using big words, and people are like, "Oh wow, they know what the fuck they're talking about." If you really like listen, exactly. Festival. You listen to the words that they're saying. You piece those words in together, and those words that they just put into a random sentence, and you can see and hear that they're not saying shit. They ain't saying shit. So yeah, so y'all can choke on that standardized English bullshit. Like, just because she says fuck and she's not always grammatically correct or whatever, does not mean you're not intelligent.
And if we really gonna be honest about it, it's like, even if she did, y'all call her whitewashed. So it's like, if they do talk like that in the way that you think someone's smart supposed to be, then you want to be white. And then if you don't, then you're a hood rat and you're stupid. Like, the same people that would call you something else either way.
And they try to do the same thing to Beyonce, because Beyonce is Southern. And people have been making Beyonce can't read jokes for years because of her public speaking. And that's what I think that's a huge reason why she doesn't talk as much, is because a lot of people think she's dumb when she does.
And imagine, like, even if that was true, like, what does that say about you? Is that if she's that dumb and has that much money and you don't?
Moving on along.
We're just power through things today.
We are. I love it.
I like this.
Jussie Smollett was attacked in Chicago. He was attacked by 2 white men in MAGA hats, and he had a rope tied around his neck. It was a homophobic and a racist attack. But there's been, like, a little bit of blowback that I've been seeing, because it was reported that he didn't want to turn his phone over to police. And I just personally want to say that y'all cannot be serious. Like, you cannot think it's a good idea to just turn your phone over to the cops.
Right.
Like, what? Are you crazy? They're the fucking cops.
I got pulled over yesterday, and he asked me, have I been arrested before? Like, for registration. And you think that people are just gonna willingly handle... Why I wonder, why is it that anybody that's black and queer in America would feel uncomfortable with handing over their cell phone to a police officer? Let's think about that.
I don't know. That's just, wow.
Idiots. Like,
that's just so, like, confusing to me.
I've seen that too. I've had to mute and block so many people. I was shocked at how many people were, like, showing their ass about this. Like,
they were like, oh, well, it was probably a hookup, or this, that, and the third. And it's just like, it don't matter why he didn't want to give them his phone. But at the end of the day, like, do y'all know what sensitive information could get leaked? Y'all know how unprofessional a lot of police officers are. They could have put all his contacts on the internet. They could have used it to frame him. Who knows? Because the police are corrupt as fuck. Like, why would you hand over? Like, there's so many stories of organizers getting their phones confiscated, and then the cops surveilling other people because of the information they got from people's phones. And especially Chicago PD. Not that any police department in this country is free from but those corruption, niggas, but Chicago PD, that's one of the most corrupt. Chicago is known for their politicians being corrupt. So what do you think the cops are like there, man?
It was wow. I mean, it's just, and especially the people saying the hookup thing was just, like, even crazier to me, because it's like, if it was a hookup, that's all the more reason he wouldn't want to give the phone away, and yet you're telling him that he should. Like, it's just people. I mean, like, I don't understand. I think that, like, people feel, I really am tired of, like, this culture of just being negative and like a hater about, like, everything. And it's like, people that are negative and are always, like, have something to say and criticize, like, and stuff in situations like this, I need to get all the facts, head asses. No, like, this, like, what facts do you need to, like, he just said, like, why would he lie about this? Like, I don't know. It's just the way that I've seen people kind of jump through hoops to, like, convince themselves that he's lying. It's just kind of, like, insane to me, especially when it tends to be the same people who applauded the white Me Too girls. And yet this. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, like, same people. Like, I was shocked at, like, who was saying this stuff. So it's, wow, we see you.
Yeah, and it's also, like, very clear that who is valued in our community, right? Because this kind of shit happens every day. And it happens to trans women all the time. And I see these stories all the time. And it's like the outrage is just nowhere near that for trans women. And even poor, underprivileged young gay black men and non-binary folks. Like, you're just not seeing this level of, like, every celebrity and their fucking mama was, like, posting about this. But I was just like, where are y'all? Why aren't y'all showing up for everybody else? You know what I mean? It's not even that you have to, like, post every specific incident, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, could you, like, care a little bit more than when it happens to a celebrity?
Yeah.
That was one thing that I just thought was, like, really interesting, because I didn't expect people to care this much. I was really shook that so many people cared, and then I was, like, left wondering why they didn't care more often. But
I think people care because it was a celebrity and because other people were, like, I actually feel like a lot of people weren't as, like, distraught by it as they made it sound.
Yes.
I think a lot of people just felt like they had to sound the same level of distraught as, like, everyone else. Like, I was absolutely kind of like, wow, that's horrible, but I wasn't surprised by, like, any means, because I'm less like, have you, like, this is literally what the president has been asking for. Like, hate crimes have gone up. God, I wish I could remember the statistic, but hate crimes, like, the amount of hate crimes reported just in the few months after he was elected in 2016, like, shot up. So it's like, this kind of stuff has been happening all the time. So it's kind of like, and I don't mean to say that, like, oh, like, I'm not affected, you guys are. It's just kind of like, it felt like a lot of the concern was kind of like, I got Kevin Hart vibes from it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when he kind of posted about the same thing, and it was just like, okay, well, you were just making all these homophobic jokes, and now you're saying all this stuff. I don't know. It felt odd.
I saw Ira Madison got him together, and I thought that was really good.
Oh, I saw that too.
He really did try to switch up. First they switch, and then they switch like faggots. Isn't that what Nicki Minaj said?
Oh, yikes.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh. What's that? What's that, Kevin Hart? You switching like a faggot. Okay.
Oh.
Anyway. Anyways. Ooh, should we go into this or should we go light? Light, dark. The light is coming to still do everything to do.
Oh.
Okay.
There it is. That's a transition.
No, we're not going to do that. Not yet. I feel like Rakeem's going to really want to talk about this. I don't care, and John doesn't probably care. No, you know what? Let me not put that like that. Actually, I'm happy. I am happy. But I feel like Rakeem is going to stand. So, apparently there's a bidding war for Tinashe right now.
There's a what?
A bidding war for Tinashe. Record labels are having a bidding war for her.
That was petty.
Why was it petty?
You didn't have to do all that.
No, because you know what? I was like, I don't care. But then I was like, you know what? I am happy for her. I really am.
Was this the light topic?
Let's go back to the question of color. The question. What was the compliment? That's it.
Is it? That's a compliment. He loves her.
Rakeem will care. Rakeem will care. I don't care, but Rakeem will care.
That's cute for you, I guess. Like,
and do you care? Do you care?
Tremendously, actually.
Exactly. So then, what's the problem?
It was your tone.
Well, it ain't.
So they're trying to. There's two record labels that want to
two bidding war.
Oh.
Wow.
Leave her alone.
There's two. He couldn't say one. He was like, "There's got to be more than one," which I can't believe. So he said two.
Oh
wow, John!
Wow!
I was just happy for her. That's all.
Were you?
Yeah, I'm a fellow Query Eye.
Oh, T. That's T. Actually,
I don't see how many labels are doing it. It just says that there's a label bidding war for her.
Well, good. She deserves because like. RCA treated her like crap. She needed to like get out of that contract way more like in the same way that JoJo needed to get out of hers, like Tinashe needed to get out of this one. And I'm glad that she did. And hopefully she gets to a place that respects her creative wishes and lets her do what she wants and gives her the funding and the what's the other word I'm looking for? Promotion that she deserves because the good sis sings down. Like
she dances really well.
And she dances her ass off.
Did you know that Company was done in one take?
Yes.
Oh,
one
so
take.
good.
One long take. Amazing. So she and Company's a bop. Night Ride is
just daily Tinashe facts. Actually, just a daily dose of your Tinashe facts here on Podcast of Color.
Just little Tinashe things, you know.
Just little Tinashe things. All right, what else we got going on, Baze? Because Baze are checked out.
We're here.
What?
Okay, we're done.
Okay,
we're done, Baze.
I'm glad.
You can come back now, Baze.
Yes. So people are saying that 6ix9ine snitched on 21 Savage. He had a plea deal. 6ix9ine had a plea deal. And that's why 21 Savage got arrested by ICE and is in the process of being deported back to, of all places, the UK. Which nobody expected.
Wait, what?
Bitch, we're not doing that. This is deportation. This is an ICE story, bitch.
No, I heard it was false.
He said,
not.
What?
No.
What are you talking about with this ice? No.
You did it too. What I meant was that I heard that like his case that he was here that he I don't know, that something was like expunged from his record or something like that.
I don't know, because I always thought the nigga was from Atlanta.
Listen.
And so that's what the story always was.
I never believed any rapper story after I heard about Fat Joe stuff. So I was
What about Fat Joe?
Or was it Fat Joe? Who was it?
He's 26?
No, not Fat Joe. Sorry, not Fat Joe. Rick Ross. Where like the whole
wasn't he like a businessman or something before he became a rapper?
Yeah, because Rick Ross is always like I shoot niggas, and like he like didn't do that at all. Like he was supposed to try to be like some kind of, I don't know, the guy he was pretending to be was like some kind of guy in a prison or something like that. I don't know. So all the rappers are lying. Like, all of them.
No, according to his lawyer, he is, in fact, from the UK. And I mean, I've seen pictures on the internet, and like, also, like, people have been posting like his personal shit on the internet. So he's definitely, from what I've seen, from the UK.
Oh, no, that's true. Just, I mean, if you thought he was from Atlanta.
Children. Huh?
No, I was saying that's true. If you just thought he was from Atlanta, he's probably lying. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's wild. That's really, really wild. Also, fuck ICE. And it really has, like, brought forward the, what they could do to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, they could literally just arrest anybody, and it doesn't matter how much money you have, no matter how much attention you have on you. Like, imagine what they would do to just a regular ass person.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, like, brings to mind that, you know, kids are still in cages and they're still being separated from their families. I saw this other thing where now, I don't know if it's the Trump administration or somebody in position of power is claiming that to remove children from the children that were taken from their parents from the homes that they've since been placed in is going to cause, like, trauma. So, like, what they're trying to do is give these new parents, quote unquote parents, custody of these kids that they stole from their parents, their actual parents.
What?
So fuck ICE.
Wasn't it
terrorist
also
organization?
Wasn't it also reported that like there was actually way more separate, like, family separations than was actually reported? Like,
I didn't know that, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I have to fact check that, but I feel like there were like thousands of more children that were separated, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently 21 Savage has a pending U visa application as the victim of a crime with USCIS. Apparently just like a bunch of stuff. Like, he is basically saying that he's here, he's okay to be here. But, yeah, that's ugly. And they could have arrested him before this, but they chose to do it, like, right after he did all the Super Bowl performances. It's just ugly. Like, there's a lot of attention on Atlanta right now, and I just feel like it was very intentional. It was to send a message. Because this man could have been arrested at any point before this. So,
Chile.
Yes. What else do we have here? Lord Jesus. Okay, I guess. Well, happy birthday to Rosa Parks. There's some good. Well, I don't know if that's good news, but yeah, that's good news.
Wait,
happy birthday to Rosa Parks. I mean, it wouldn't be bad news, but I'm like, she's not alive, so I don't know. But yes, happy birthday to Rosa Parks. Today's her birthday. Tomorrow will not be, but
wait,
today it is. What? Well, because when this goes up, it won't be her birthday anymore. But today, while we're recording, it's happening.
Yeah.
I just was like thinking about it, and I was like, is that good? Like, is it like? But yes, it's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah.
The day that Rosa Parks was given to this planet, yes. So remember, well, not last week because we weren't on last week, but the week before when I said that.
Did we get to comment on Rosa Parks' birthday, or?
Oh, did y'all want to? Go ahead, go off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a real nigga, and have you seen that picture, Baze, of like the meme where it's just like Rosa Parks and then like it like fades to black and then it says quotation marks and it just says nah. Like, no?
Oh, yeah.
I have to. Oh,
yeah, you have to send it.
Wait, something about a black woman that John saw that Babe didn't?
I just seen it.
Oh no, I'm congratulating you.
Was it funny?
Yeah.
Well, that's why John's seen it, because he only sees the humor in black women.
Wow. Damn. You couldn't let me have it for 1 second.
Wow. Well, and on that note,
did you have any commentary, John, for black women that you love so much?
No, I thought you were going to go on to the next subject.
The next black woman.
He was like, next question. See ya. Yeah, so not last week, right? Yes, because we were not on last week. The week before last, you may have heard me saying that I felt like Ariana Grande was tip-tapping on that line, and she hadn't quite made it over, in my opinion. She said, hold my drink. And she was like, and she said,
let me tap more.
No, she said, skip to the loo, my darling, and jumped right over it. Okay? Miss Ariana Grande got a tattoo. in Japanese character, sorry. And it was supposed to, I guess it was supposed to say 7 rings, but it actually said barbecue grill.
Wow.
Miss Girl, you got too much money and too many people around you to be making these kind of mistakes.
How do you
It does not
Right.
make sense. You over here talking about you could buy a house just for the closet and you want it, you got it. Bitch, do you do some research before you
How
buy it?
embarrassing is that?
That
Like,
is so
That's
embarrassing.
really sad.
Girl.
I'm sure her tattoo artist was like, okay.
Like, who do you have around you?
Too many yes people.
Not enough friends. That's real.
Really what it is. I think that like
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for her because I know she's had like a really hard year, but I feel like she
Mhm.
does not have people who are like, girl, like, because
Didn't she buy 6 rings for 6 of her girlfriends? Like, that's why it's called 7 rings, no?
Maybe.
And like, none of those girls had your back?
They should have been
she
at the
bought
tattoo
them
parlor
6
with you.
rings. What were they gonna say?
That's real. If somebody bought me a ring, I'd just be like, "Ooh, yes,
I
girl."
shut up too.
Mm.
You want a bunch
Yes.
jump, girl. The cord's looking loose, but go off, sis. Like, it's fine.
7 rings? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's so cute.
How
She
many
probably
girls?
got a Japanese girl in her crew who's just like, "Yes, girl, that's it. That's exactly it."
Like,
She probably got set up.
I feel like I'm being set up.
I feel like somebody
Set me up.
Yeah. So that, as if that wasn't like bad enough, I think
Oh,
she should have just sat there and ate her food and just let that be what it was. She tweeted, "I'll give y'all $1 million to get off my nuts." And then,
That's what she said?
That's what she said. Because people were calling her. She's like, listen. She's
I don't know
like,
why that's
I'm
so
a nigga.
funny.
She's like, I'm black. I'm black. She said, I'm black. Have you seen that video from like Love and Hip Hop Miami?
No, but
There's
wait.
this video from Love and Hip Hop Miami, and it was the season where Amara La Negra was on, and they were having a discussion about being Afro-Latino.
Mhm.
And so the white Latinos on there were like, had been clowning Amara the whole season. And then as soon as like the backlash from the internet happened at the reunion, like one of the girls who's like very much not black was like, I'm black. I'm black. Cause they were like questioning her, why you say nigga? And she was like, I'm black.
You want to be a nigga?
You want to be a nigga? No, but she was like, I'm black. So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm like, you gonna give us $1 million to get off your nuts? Girl, you the one who did this dumb thing and posted it on the internet for all to see. So now everyone has an opinion about it. You had a right to post about it. Everyone has a right to respond to it. So she says, she deleted it and she said, I also went back and got it fixed with the help of my tutor to be more accurate. I can't read or write kanji, obviously. What do you want me to do? It was done out of love and appreciation. What do you want me to say? Like, what do you want me to say? Girl, like, are you offended? Like,
Research.
bitch, I'm appreciating your culture, bitch. You just gonna drag me for it? Bitch.
And wasn't she like, well, I was going to move to Japan and now I'm not?
So she said, you know how many people make this mistake and don't care just because they like how it looks? So we supposed to give you a pass?
Like,
Right?
She's like, bruh, I care so much. What would you like me to do or say? For real. This is not an apology. None of this is an apology. She continues, girl. She continues, ladies.
no, I can't.
She doesn't stop. She says, there's a difference between appropriation and appreciation.
Oh,
My
no.
Mm-hmm. She explains that to us because we didn't know.
Oh,
You know
no.
we didn't know. You know we didn't know the difference between appreciation and
she
appropriation.
didn't
We needed
do
this
that.
white woman in a dark tan to tell us what it is. She said, my Japanese fans were always excited when I wrote in Japanese or wore Japanese sayings on my clothing. However, all the merch with Japanese on it was taken down from my site. Not that anyone cared to notice. So what does that have to do with anything? First of all, that wasn't even necessary. Like, why do white women, and this is the white woman jumping out, because nobody asked you to do any of that. All people are talking about is the tattoo, but she decided to go all the way left, and now she's rescinding her imagined support of Japanese culture. She continues,
Still?
oh wait, there is something she said, but it's not in this article. I need to find it. But she said something to what John said to the effect of, I was going to move to Japan and I appreciate the culture so much, but now I'm not going to do any of this and I'm not going to. It was basically like, I'm going to take my ball and go home now. Like, I'm not doing anything with Japanese culture or anything now. And it's just like, sis, like, wow, you really just was like, I'm sick of y'all bitches calling me black. Because this was the most white woman thing you could have ever done in your life.
That's really, she was like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like,
She was like, done.
She's like, I don't want to be a nigger anymore. I'm done. Like, this is
Look, she coming out. Her next album about to be a country album. That was just that song was
Right?
an anomaly. She gonna find her Scarlett O'Hara roots, and that bitch is gonna be in a fucking Civil War era dress. Okay, and she gonna have a banjo on her motherfucking knee.
Did you just say Civil War era dress?
Yeah, she gonna be wearing one of those like big ballooned out dresses.
Antebellum type.
and her antebellum ass
Ballooned
dress,
out.
and she gonna have her little pink curls bouncing.
She's
down
on this
her back.
dress. Just bought it.
Yes, exactly.
You know who she reminds me
the
of?
slave just bought it. You like?
No! Jesus Christ!
She gonna be in front of a sale auction talking about, I want it, I buy it. I want it, I buy it.
What kind of reverse formation type experience? Like, I just...
God.
Wow.
It's like, we were all rooting for you. We were rooting for you.
How dare you?
I have never rooted for a white girl like this, except for Florence Welch, and she has not let me down yet.
There's a few other
Right?
ones, too. Amy Adams hasn't done anything either, but
True.
let's, you know...
Let's not name them too much. I mean,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
still like,
Yeah.
what's the homegirl's name from, Kate Blanchett, but she signed that thing for Roman Polanski, so I like,
Yikes.
and she's defended Woody Allen and worked with him recently, so I'm just
Oh
like,
well.
Well, damn.
so I'm just like, yeah. Every time I stand a white woman, they always disappoint me. But Florence Welch, no, she kind of did blackface a little bit. She didn't do it.
Wait.
She didn't actually do it. She didn't- She didn't do it. It was like,
Except
okay.
for my girl Florence Welch, she kind of did blackface.
No,
but-
wait.
But
But it
she
wasn't-
wasn't in blackface, and
Not
that's what's
really.
important. She wasn't in the blackface. It was it was for the video No Light, I think. And there was like this guy that was like a demon, and apparently, so the story is, and I'm choosing to believe it because I love Florence Welch and she hasn't done anything else problematic. The story is that he was meant to be green, but he came out darker. Like he's meant to be a dark green, but he came out darker in the video. And it was just like supposed to be like this demonic creature. Now, disgusting black creatures, it definitely gives you that. It definitely gives you disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight. It gives you that, yes. But Florence Welch herself was not in the blackface. So, ergo,
She was just
It's okay.
adjacent.
ergo, she's good. She's good in my book. Listen, I only have so many white women to hold on to. And Florence Welch, I'm not letting her go unless she do something really fucked up. But Ariana girl, you crossed that line. I'm still gonna listen to Ariana's music, and I don't hate her now, but I'm just like, sis, you crossed the line. You crossed the line. It's ugly. It's not cute. This is not what it's supposed to be.
She
You were supposed
reminds
to be better
me
than this.
of Kitty from Pride and Prejudice, like the one that like runs off and like marries Mr. Wickham and like is kind of like stupid but really pretty and like always causing the family trouble. You know who I'm talking about, Baze?
Yeah.
Like,
Rambunctious. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like they're like the same kind of person. I could totally see that.
That's a really different comparison. I was like, what's the correlation here? I need to hear it.
Oh, do you not see it?
No, I mean, I get, I don't see, because that's the thing is, I don't think of Ariana as like a troublemaker generally. Like, I feel like she's always like stayed for the most part in her lane.
Oh,
So I feel like this is like a random moment. Like, I feel like she's like in her like Miley Cyrus phase where I'm gonna just fuck shit up and do whatever the fuck I want to do.
I just think she's going through some stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
and it's just like I legit just think she's going through a really hard time. Like I kind of
Yeah.
just feel bad for her for the most part because I feel like she's probably confused. Like, but I thought they wanted me to be a nigger. What? Like,
What?
what is? But Patti LaBelle told me that it was okay. Like, what do you?
Yeah. That's the trouble with that too, is like, it's funny, but see, that's why I don't joke with white people like this in real life. Like, it's funny like
hell
online, but I would never do this with a white person in real life because they get too comfortable, and that's exactly what's happening. And I shouldn't have participated in that. It was funny, and I don't regret it, but I probably shouldn't have participated.
I just thought it was really funny, and like, I just thought that's what they wanted me to do. So,
Does
yeah.
that sound like Ariana? No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bruh, yeah.
Not really. It's a little. Hers is a little breathier.
Oh, I can't do all that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah.
yeah.
That's all I know
Yeah.
how to do.
Yeah.
Didn't she get it fixed now? Now it says Japanese barbecue on her palm.
Girl,
Wasn't it supposed to say 7 rings? So isn't that not a fix?
I mean,
Girl, you like Japanese barbecue? What's the significance of that to your life? That's my question. You just
Like-
got anything on your face. You just could have got. You literally just like, listen, just give me some characters. You didn't even ask what it was.
And you also put it right there. I don't understand that. Like, as an artist, when did you not want to put something right there? Because now it's going to cost so much money to Photoshop that out and take that out of your videos if you need to take it out of things. Like, or if you're like in a movie and it needs to be taken out or something like that.
I'm tired.
Think
just
about the
tired.
business.
Y'all just not thinking long term, and y'all like, and also like, you know what? This probably would have all just went away if she just shut the fuck up and just ate her food and just not said anything.
Yeah.
You know what's
just
funny?
not.
If she never released 7 Rings, then like this would have like the internet would still love her.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, yeah, she just
Dang.
shut up and just let it live. But you know, they can't do that. People.
everyone
gotta-
ignored Imagine with having the Japanese lettering because she did that whistle note at the end. So,
true. I didn't even notice the C.
So everyone
There
let
you
it
go.
slide. But when 7 Rings came out, they were like,
I didn't
Anyways,
even know there's a video for Imagine.
speaking of needless racism from white people, so Liam Neeson is on a press tour currently.
oh my god.
Oh God.
He tells a story, unprompted. And let's go here. It says, it was some time ago. Neeson had just come back from overseas to find out about the rape. Sorry. She handled the situation of the rape in the most extraordinary way, Neeson says. But my immediate reaction was, there's a pause. I asked, did she know who it was? No. What color were they? She said it was a black person. I went up and down areas with a kosh. I don't know what the fuck that is. Hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that. And I did it for maybe a week, hoping some Neeson gestures air quotes with his fingers. Black bastard would come out of a pub and have to go at me about something, you know, so that I could, another pause, kill him. He said, he later went on to say that he, realized that seeking revenge, he learned his lesson, which is that seeking revenge is just like an endless circle, and all that would cause is just more pain. I don't know that he learned anything about maybe targeting random black people for the act of one black person who he has no idea who it was. But if he did, he doesn't speak on that at all. I really question who his PR team is, because I don't understand why we needed to know this story. Nobody asked him about this. This was not like an investigative reporter. This was just somebody
Right.
talking about the movie. And he was like, hold on, let's take a minute from the movie that I'm doing this press tour for to talk about this time that was racist. Also, air quotes don't really work if that was something you actually said. Like, you said that you called them black bastards. No, like, this isn't a book. This isn't a quote from some famous person. This is you. You said this. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. Why did you need to tell us this? Like, you just did that movie with Viola Davis. I was standing a little bit. Why?
I have to give it back. I have to, or not, whoa. I have to give all of the things I said about widows back, because, like, I immediately want you to unkiss Viola Davis. Like, you were probably thinking this black negress bitch when you were doing it. Like, this is so ugly. Like, I just, like, he's the one in Taken, right? That's like, I'll find you.
Yeah,
like, if
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
give me back my white daughter, I'll
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah.
And I'll kill you, you nigger bitch.
My white daughter.
Like you're like, I'm like,
It wasn't
oh.
even the blacks that
You were gonna
daughter.
say it wasn't even a nigger bitch.
I was gonna say that. I'm trying to say it last. But it wasn't even the blacks that stole his daughter.
Oh, I know,
So-
but I'm saying he probably thought it was at first.
Yeah.
Like,
He was like, you black bastards.
he's like,
They were like, sir, we're not
Sir,
black.
we're not.
He's like, you black bastards, I'm gonna find you. I have
they
a
cut that on the
specific set of
B-roll.
skill sets. He's like, I will find you and I will kill you, you black bastards. Sir, I keep telling you we're not black.
They're like, we said cut, Liam. Like, you don't, that's not in the script. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, I just get carried away. I'm just too into character. Like,
I'm so
what?
dead at him sharing this unnecessary, like, like, there was no reason for him to tell the story.
What did he think we were going to say?
I thought he
like,
thought we were
what?
going to
Like,
pray. Well, the way the article is slanted is like, oh my God, look how he learned from this experience. Bitch, he didn't have an experience. He wasn't assaulted. He came back, somebody he knew was assaulted, and then he became a massive racist because of it.
Like, that's literally, you know how like people on Twitter, they tweet those things where it's like no one, and then it says something, and then it has like a meme. Like, this is literally one of those situations where it's like, no one said, like, no one asked you about this. Like, so, like, why can't you just text this to some, I mean, or how about you just, like, don't talk about it at all? Like, that would have been the best option.
That would have been the smartest option. Nobody would know you're a racist. Now we all know you're a racist, and nobody admires you for sharing it. But, you know, go off.
And black people went down for Liam Neeson too, but
yeah,
whatever.
The last thing I wanted to talk about, I was going to talk about Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, but I guess we can talk about that literally any time between now and 2020. Yeah, because it's not that story's not going to be going away. I am curious though. Like, I see like a lot of people coming for Cory Booker for like his big pharma connections, which is you know, it's the government overcharging people for medicine that they need that's not as expensive to make as they make it out to be. But I really am not seeing the venom towards Cory Booker that I've been seeing towards Kamala, which is interesting. Like, I even to the point where like I'm not, even though I see people saying things here and there, I'm like not seeing like, I'm not seeing a lot of, like, here's specifically what he did. I'm seeing his donations things, which sucks, but I'm not seeing other things that he, like, specifically did as much. Like, with Kamala, like, my timeline was, like, filled with stories, so it was easy for me to read. But I noticed that, like, I didn't see as much with Cory Booker, and I'm, like, having to go out of my way to really look for the stuff about him. And I just wonder how much of that is misogynoir. That's all.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just so amusing that I had, and we can talk maybe more about that next week. But Demi Lovato was forced to delete her Twitter.
Okay, I saw that.
Oh, she was forced to?
What?
I thought
She wasn't forced to, but like she
deleted
quit.
herself,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So the real tea is that she reposted a meme, and it was like a picture of like a British person with like a frilly she was like laughing about the memes because there was like a lot of memes about the people just making fun of the fact that 21 Savage was British because they didn't realize he was British. So there was like them doing like mock British accents and like doing like old portraits and stuff. And so somebody like wrote like, I can't find the actual meme, but it basically says, it was like basically like her saying this meme is funny, and it was like a painting of like a British person from like, I don't know, like the 16th century with like the frilly sleeves writing something on a letter. And it was like 21 Savage writing a letter to somebody or something. And basically everyone on Black Twitter descended on her and dragged the fuck out of her and made fun of her, her drug addiction and her overdose. And just drag the fuck out of her. Yeah. Whoa. So, like, here's the thing. I get that making light of... Here, well, actually, let me finish this, because on the Shade Room, Wale posted, "Why is somebody's freedom funny? I don't get the joke." He was in response to Demi Lovato. And Demi responded on the Shade Room, "Wale just salty. I never replied to his desperate tweets years ago." And Wale responded, "Still ain't gonna disrespect you. Still praying for you, Demi. Glad you seen my old tweets. Hopefully you seen the ones providing comfort and prayer when you were down. I don't kick people when they go down. They down. Go queen." So, in the end, she does look like an ass. But I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like I get not making fun of like somebody being arrested by ICE because this is a very serious issue. That being said, I'm not gonna drag her for that because like the majority of Black Twitter was on my timeline making jokes about him and him being British. Not necessarily the fact that he was arrested, but just the fact that he was British. And so I just think that like, while she should not have made that joke or participated in it at any point, it wasn't her lane. And even, I don't think it's anyone's lane, really, if we're being honest with it. But I just thought that, I thought her handling of it after the fact was, like, really tacky. And the fact that she tried to come for Wale for, like, being attracted to her or whatever, trying to hit on her or whatever. And I thought he handled it really well. He could have came at her sideways and he didn't. But I just thought people were doing a lot on the internet trying to come for her for it.
That is like, Stan Twitter is just, it's like, it's too much. Like,
it's scary.
It's terrifying. Like, for real. Like, Like these people will literally like find your address and do all this and just dig up like the most. Like imagine being like that. Ugh, couldn't be me.
Yeah, well,
that's all I got to say about that. Just stands are evil. Sorry.
No, yeah, that's real.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be it for the minutes of the Keller, and we will be back with the Dick Scares. Hello, hello, hello. Just over here discoursing. Yeah, welcome to the discourse. Today we're going to be talking about paying it forward. And that can really just mean whatever you want it to mean. Is there anything that someone has done? If you feel like there's a door that someone has opened for you, if you feel like there's just like a certain kindness or a favor that someone has extended your way, and you feel like you just want to pay it forward. Love to hear about that. But right now I'll start. I am currently like just really like going through it, and like for the past couple of weeks I just haven't been feeling like I'm gonna necessarily like make it. Like I feel like I really feel like I'm drowning, and I've like had to like really like calm myself because I've just been having like a lot of panic attacks, and just like I want to hide from the world, but I literally cannot afford to do so right now. So I'm like having to be the most productive I've ever had to be in my life, and I've never felt worse in my life. And so it's been really amazing for me recently because as anyone who follows me on social media, like if you follow me on social media, you know that I'm going through it. Like I just like, that's been my therapy, is just like posting memes and like just talking about my pain. And so I've had like just a surprising number of people that like have like come out and shown like love and support for me. I've had like so many of like my close friends like checking on me like multiple times throughout a single day, like, oh hey sis, how you doing? Oh hey sis, how you doing? I have like, you know, people that like are friends but like we're not super close, and they're like, hey, like girl, like I see you going through it, what's going on, like what's the tea, like are you okay? And you know, I have like coworkers, like I had a coworker and I was like telling him like why I was like in so much pain, and he started he likes like his eyes welled up. He's like the straight white guy, but he's the sweetest heart. He has the sweetest heart, and he like just his eyes start welling up as I was telling him. And like he offered me like all the support. Like people are just like, you know, whatever you need, I got you. Like, oh, and like I've been feeling like I've been just so surrounded by love. And it's made me have moments of confidence. It's always fleeting because like obviously like my emotions are just like all over the place. It's never one mood for too long. 1 minute I'll feel good, the next minute I just want to like curl up and die. But this has been like the support and the love has really been getting me through this situation, and you know it's due to that love and that support and the constant checking in, and then the allowing me to talk over and over again about the same exact thing, to work through my pain. That's really like helped to get me through this. And so I have been making like a concentrated effort, because I feel like I haven't been doing as much, and I think a part of me feels like I don't deserve it. Oh God, excuse me.
Oh, baze.
Oh, baze.
So, I've been, I guess, trying to earn it by
paying it forward.
And by like, just like I know that I can be checking on people more, and I know I could be giving a lot more love than I have been.
Well, you don't have to do that at all. There's not like, I don't know why people feel like you don't have to, like, if you're going through a hard time, you don't have to give more of yourself, and people that love and care about you obviously understand that. You don't have to do that. And anyone that you know that makes you feel like you're not giving more of yourself when you're going through a hard time, you just shouldn't have around.
But it's not even anybody. Like, literally nobody has made me feel like that's, I feel like it because I know that I could be doing better about reaching out to people. Like, I have a friend and I know they listen to the show and we haven't like talked that much, and we're really good friends and we haven't talked that much, and they like talked to me for like an hour and a half on the phone. We hadn't talked in months, and they like had a talk on the phone or in person, and we hadn't talked in months, and they just like listened to me like spew all this shit, and I was just like I need to be doing better. And so like it's just made me want to reach out to people like and be nicer to people. Like I've like been trying to just be kinder and just more open, and I've been trying to also like make sure I'm checking in on people because I don't want it to be one-sided. I don't want people to feel like, oh, like Baze is calling, like he just wants to talk about himself. Like I want them to know that they can tell me about what's going on in their lives, whether it's happy stuff or sad stuff. And I just want to be there for people more because I feel like so many people that I didn't expect, people I expected to be there for me, but there was some people that I didn't expect to care or give a fuck, and they did. And I was just like, that like makes me want to feel like I want to earn it. And I know like, and I was talking to one of my friends and she was like, girl, she was like, nobody earns like nobody earns that. You just, people give you what they feel like you deserve, and if they feel like you deserve to have that love and support, they'll give it to you. And I was like, that's great, but I also want to put that energy out there. I don't want to just take it in. I want to put it back out. Yeah. So that's been like something that I've been working on in terms of paying it forward. Yeah, and it also like serves as a distraction from my own pain. It's like getting to talk to people about the stuff going on in their lives, and it almost just makes me feel like the past 2 weeks didn't happen, and I just feel normal again, you know? Yeah.
Ooh.
I did not mean to cry. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Can I just, I guess, piggyback off everything you're saying?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people, a lot of paying forward comes out of empathy, and people have. I think this situation is very, a little universal. Like, I think a lot of people know what this is like and and when they find out it's happened to you, they kind of remember what happened to them and how they felt and like what they wish they had. And so I think that's what people are stepping forward. And I'm going to speak for myself. I can say the same thing. When this situation happened to me, I was very distraught, and I was lucky to have the support that I had as well. And so I think I'm again speaking for myself, the kindness that I'm showing for you, Baze, is the level of kindness that I was very lucky to receive as well. And I think that's really important at this time, and I think that's why a lot of other people as well step forward, because it's something that we've all felt, this certain type of pain, and what did we want in those times? And so I think what we're offering is just something, like I said, something that we wish we would have had. And I think it's sort of this like ripple effect, right? Where this, someone helped me through this time, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing for my other friend. And I think that's what paying it forward is. It's just like this act of kindness that you don't ask for. It's just someone is offering it because out of the kindness of their own heart, and without any expectations of anything in return. There's no one's expecting any payback, and all they want is just for you to move forward, and hopefully that you'll do the same thing, right, for someone else.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you want to talk about another situation in my life where I had that moment as well, or of paying it forward?
Yeah.
I think aside from this specific situation from you, I think about this paying it forward a lot when I'm at work. Like, even though I'm a nurse, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to being the new person at their job. and being like drowned in work and unsure of what to do. And I hate the fact that a lot of older people, like people with seniority at their jobs, have to feel like the new person has to prove something to them to make them want to help them. You know, a lot of people like to watch the new person drown, or they like to see what they can do first before they step in. And I don't really like that method, because that creates this culture of, you know, these people having to hate their jobs, and no one's going to look forward to it, and like they want to leave right away, and that doesn't help with longevity. Like, no one wants to come back to that kind of environment. So at least for me, I've been lucky as well in this situation where when I got this job currently, I was lucky enough to find someone to help me through like all the new tasks I wasn't sure how to do, and how to help me deal with the pressure and help calm me down and to help with my self-doubt. And that sort of act of kindness really helped me. And I've been doing the same thing when we get new hires. I make sure to take the time and like remember to be patient with them, because I remember what it was like to panic and feel like that no one was there for you. And then, you know, you start to spiral. You think if I'm not going to do well, I'm going to be fired, then I'm going to lose my job, then I'm going to lose this and my housing. Then you just freak out. And so it's all these thoughts coming at once, and you just wish someone would lend a hand and help you out. And so I think that's the feeling that I never forget. And so every time I meet someone new at work, like I ask how they're doing, how they like it here, are people being nice to them? Because if not, then I want to be that person for them, because, you know, like I don't want to lose my job, and no one wants that. That's like a really shitty feeling. So you know, aside from being there for me in certain kinds of personal situations, I think in the professional world, I think paying it forward with just a simple like checking in on the new person and seeing how they're doing would really help. So yeah, that's what I like to do.
I mean, wow. I feel like I'm gonna be underwhelming, because like I was thinking about this the whole time y'all were talking, and like there has been moments, but like I mean I can really, I mean the first thing I really think of is like back when I was like, I don't know, like 15, 16, and I was like first picking up my camera for the first time, and I would like post online. I don't know, John, maybe you remember this. Did you ever use like Flickr.com at all?
Heck yeah, I did.
Okay.
I used it too.
Did you really, Baze?
Yeah, I used to like find a bunch of old pictures on Google and then like repost them on Flickr of black people, old pictures of black people.
Oh, you were using it as like a blog thing.
Do you still have the account?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, didn't they like change it where they made you pay or something? So I think I stopped using it after that.
I don't know. I just deleted it because all the pictures I posted on there were like terrible. But like it was just really encouraging. I remember at that time, like when I was posting pictures, that like so many people that I loved on there would like be so supportive, and like they would, I don't know, they would just like show me how to like edit things. I thought that, you know, people were like sharing that kind of knowledge was like sacrilege, and like you never did that, and like people were just really kind in a way that was like really like odd. And it kind of honestly started this trend of like of kind of internet people on the internet like kind of sharing that kindness, and like it's odd. I don't know, I feel kind of like more compelled to like, I guess it's gonna sound terrible, but sometimes I feel more compelled to help people like that I know like on the internet than a lot of people that I do in real life, like because of just like the kindness that I see them show other people sometimes. But anyway, yeah, so like the people on Flickr kind of like being really kind to me like made me really, I don't know, a lot of that really kind of like influenced kind of how I approach, I don't know, like my work now, and like why I make work and like what I make work for. And like I just remember thinking of like, I keep thinking of like all these people that would like post content, and like or people now that like message me on Instagram or about like, you know, the picture that they took of themselves in the mirror, because like, you know, because of the work that they saw that I do, and like that makes me feel great. And it's like the reason I do that is because people were like, you know, really kind to me and like showed me that kindness, and like and also like without me realizing it at the time, like really trying to open doors and like do and represent people that looked like me. Like there weren't a lot of people that were doing that at the time, like, and so the ones that did, like, they were really trying to help. And like I wasn't, I was like 16 and like not realizing that, but so many people really did want so many different kind of artists and people to succeed. And like that's kind of crazy because now everyone's like competition and all this stuff. So that was just really kind of, when I'm really kind of thinking about it, like that's kind of like mind blowing that there was this community of people that came together to really kind of like I guess
support each other. Thank you. And like in an industry that's like supposed to make you compete against each other. So that was like really nice. And I want to like try to do that with like what I do and like with the people that I shoot. And like I don't know, I want to try to represent the people that helped me with the work that I do, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does.
That's real.
Yeah. And like even with that, like even all of like the props and stuff that I buy, like I don't know if people know this, but like all of the backgrounds and the backdrops and all of that, I buy them from like local communities. Like I like local like 99-cent stores. Like I never buy them. The only time I ever buy anything from like a department store is either Home Depot, because I have to get supplies from there, or like Joann's Fabric if I need like a specific like texture that I can't get somewhere else. But other than that, everything else like is like local, and it's all done because I want to like give back to the community that like raised me.
Oh,
that's real.
So,
wow.
That's real. Yeah. So like literally all the props in there that I've been doing for like years have like all come within like 10 miles of my house.
That's cool. I didn't know that about your pieces. It's cool to know that. Huh.
I did know that, but
I'm
just playing. I'm just messing with you.
It's like okay.
I was just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I think like it's really important, especially because we're queer people of color. I think there's a huge value in us pulling people up behind us. I think there's a lot of. I posted this on my story. There's just like, and you just talked about it a little bit, Rakeem. There's a lot of like feelings of competition, or that like or like feelings of like if one of us succeeds, that's it. Like there can't be more of us, and that there can only just be one of us at a time. And it, I mean it's not to drag San Francisco, but it's part of like the issue that I have with San Francisco, in that people would get access to certain spaces and then close it off behind them because they want it to be the only one in those spaces.
Damn.
People of color doing that.
Can I play this bass? I want to play this clip because it's like, have you know like the girl Lala on like Instagram that like jokes all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was on this panel on BET, and it's exactly kind of what you're saying. I want to see if you
go for it.
You think about this clip. It's kind of it's relevant to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in our culture, we automatically put each other against each other when we're in the same industry. And it's horrible. You see it every day on social media. Who wore it best? Oh, she's funnier. All that stuff like that. But it's like, what people don't realize is when we can all come together as a collective, you automatically have magic. Because you can teach me something that I don't know, and I can teach you something that you don't know. But you so busy afraid that I'm going to take the spot when there's so much space, okay, that you trying to withhold your knowledge from me. But guess what? I'm going to learn it with or without you because I'm that hungry. And if you're as hungry as me and you stop trying to starve everybody around you, we can all eat. Wow! I hope somebody...
Like,
that's a word. That is a word.
A word.
I hope somebody recorded that.
I wish you could see the video because all the people sitting around her look like, they like hit dogs. But like that's exactly what you were saying. Like when we come,
you send me that clip, so I want to see it.
Absolutely, it's just like when everyone comes. I'll retweet it on the podcast one too. But it's just like when everyone comes together, like we could all eat, like, and it's just so many times like we're scared to pay it forward because we feel like someone is gonna take our spot. But like also we're taught that people are gonna take our spot too. And it's like we're taught that we have to do that, and it's like that's not fair.
Well, it's white people teaching us that, though.
That's
it's
what I mean.
White people teaching us, yeah. And so I think like that's the issue, is that like these white people are gatekeeping, and instead, and I mean it's the same thing with the conversation around Gina Rodriguez. it's like this, and it's the same thing that people do. I mean, really, we could like apply that to literally anything, because if you just even look at like the history of this country and the way that poor white people, would rather starve us of resources than have all of us eat. They would rather starve too, so that we starve, than have all of us eat, because the real enemy is the rich and the billionaires in this country who are siphoning off all the wealth. Not to go into a little Renee rant, but like that's real. Like honestly, like these past couple weeks, I've become such like a anti-capitalist. Like when you just think about all of that.
Are you
like,
a communist
these
now?
people? I don't know about all that yet. I need to do some more research, but I don't have the range to say that yet. But you know, it's just, that's what it really comes down to, is you have like this small group of people who are holding all this space, and then you have this larger group of people, and you're convincing them that instead of everyone sharing in this space, they have to fight each other for it.
Right.
And the reality is we shouldn't have to do that. And as long as we continue to do that, it's gonna be a cycle. We're gonna keep doing it, and it's gonna happen, and it's gonna keep happening for the next generation too.
Yeah.
And so like one of the things that I really want to be able to do is I want to get to a point where I can like financially help people out. You know what I mean? Like I can like give my friends money if they need it. I want to get to a point where, you know, I've built a name for myself in publishing, and I can turn around and look at the next young, you know, gay black person or gay person or just anybody, but like, you know what I mean? And like help them, give them the resources and give them like the knowledge that I've attained, and help them get into the industry and help them make their mark, so that they can make open up an even bigger door for even more people.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I just think that's such a valuable thing that I don't think like I don't think we value it enough. And so, yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
I was. Oh yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was thinking about. This is really kind of corny, but I was thinking about kind of the reason why I went into to nursing is because I watched my mom support 3 unemployed people while like taking care of other people. You know, she goes to work, takes care of like strangers for 12 hours, then comes home and takes care of us, like me, my brother, and my dad, because my dad was unemployed for a very long time. And like I always looked up to her, and I was thinking, wow, like I want to do what she could do. And even though I'm probably not going to have kids, at least I can support my friends in that way, like my mom supported me. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so
that's not corny at all.
Like that really inspired me to do like
you
what I'm doing
me,
now.
Shit.
And like, you know, like I've already made the decision that I'm never going to have kids. So like having what my mom did for me, I want to be able to do the same for other people. And that's why it's like kind of not easy, but like I'm ready and willing to help people when they need it, because that little help that you give them, I know is going to affect someone else too. It's just going to be this huge ripple effect. And like the smallest thing you do for someone, like they're in a good mood and they're going to want to help someone too. And then like that just keeps multiplying. And if we all do that, like the things that we could achieve if we just like help each other. Okay, I'm getting really corny now, but like, you know what I mean?
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
But yeah, and I hope folks that are listening also like take the time, and like if, you know, before we're quick to like move on and like we're so busy with what we're doing, like maybe take the time and think about how someone else is doing too, and that little like check-in or that random act of kindness could really help somebody.
Yeah, that's a word, because I definitely need to be better at that.
Well, everybody can. I think we all, like Baze was saying too, like you don't realize until you're going through this situation that you should check in on people more.
That's for damn sure. It really took me going through like the worst to get to that point. So don't let it take y'all the worst to get to that point. Checking on your friends and loved ones.
Oh no!
Because trust me, you don't want to be at your worst.
And even the strong ones too, like checking on folks who look like they don't need checking in, because sometimes those are the worst. Like, you know, like all these comedians who ended up, or you know, the one I'm thinking of is like Robin Williams. Like, he was one of the people who laughed the loudest, and turns out he had like the worst of it all, you know? Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's real. Yeah, and also check on the people that are the check-ins. John is like our mama bear in this group, and like, you know, you got I be like, listen, I gotta check in on you, sis. Like,
oh, thanks.
Another friend of the show, Miss Ian, is also like big on like hitting up everybody and checking on everybody, and doesn't ask a lot for herself. And so sometimes you gotta like, even those people that seem like they got it all together, you gotta be like, hey, like. What's going on? Because sometimes they really going through it and they just don't tell anybody because they're so used to being the one that's strong for everyone else.
You know?
Yeah.
Alexa, play Girl by Destiny's Child.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
Alexa, play I'm Supergirl and I'm here to save the world, but I want to know who's gonna save me. No? Okay. That's okay.
Alexa, play Save the Hero by Beyonce. Do you know that song?
Yeah. I love that song.
I hate it, but I feel like it's
appropriate.
Do you really?
Why?
I hate that album. It's not good. But anyway.
So we're gonna move on into letters. We haven't done them in quite some time because we've been talking for too goddamn long, but we'll do a couple. We'll do two. So I'll read this really quickly. Hi, hello fellow trash bags. My name is I'm a queer undocumented Latinx from Sacramento, CA. From all the way up there, sis. I hope it's good. I just recently graduated from nursing school and I'm studying to take my NCLEX.
So this is a John question.
John must know the struggle. I recently discovered your podcast and I've... NCLEX?
Yeah, NCLEX, yeah.
That sounds like a disease. Or like a...
it is. Yeah.
Shit, sorry. I recently discovered your podcast and have used my study break time to listen and catch up to your lives and struggles that I can totally relate to.
Wow, thank you.
Y'all really be listening from the beginning.
That's
and
crazy when y'all say that.
But
it's mind-blowing every time.
80-something episodes. Y'all listen to almost 100 episodes. Anyway, I think you guys represent the total package of cunt screening that they use on RuPaul's Drag Race. Renee is charisma, John equals uniqueness, Baze equals nerve, and Rakeem equals talent.
Oh. Wow.
Shade, but thanks.
That's a shade.
I feel like shaded too. I was like, bitch, what about my talent? But like, no, I get that.
You guys get personality traits and they're like, you're horrible, Rakeem.
Your talent.
Damn, you could take a picture.
No, but I think that really does apply to us. Like, Renee is so charismatic, even though he doesn't acknowledge that he is. He's super charismatic. John is like the most unique bitch in this world. I'm very ballsy. And Rakeem, you're super fucking talented, so that's real. Thank you. You've gotten to know us so well.
That's tea, actually.
That's tea, actually.
That's tea, actually.
That's tea, actually.
But like, what's the question, though?
My question now is for John. And he was like, look, I'm on a time crunch. Feel free, other trash bags, to chime in and comment. Do you sometimes find it hard? So this is for you, John, specifically, but we can chime in. Do you sometimes find it hard to provide unbiased care for the patients you are caring for? Have you had any difficult experiences with specific patients? Are you even allowed to mention that if you are?
Holds mic to mouth. I want to hear this.
No, yeah, I can mention it. It doesn't have to be specific.
Oh, wait, sorry, it's not done. I'm sorry, I just realized there's another paragraph. Personally, I've been called a fag several times by alert and non-alert patients. Wow. I've experienced objects thrown at me, scratching, biting, cursing. I've heard patients say very racist things about the very nurses and medical staff that have saved their lives.
Yes.
How many times do we have to help bring your racist grandma back to life before she realizes our human value?
Damn.
Thank you, everyone. Bless you all. You're all angels and voices to a new generation. Oh,
John.
Looking forward to hear more of your weeks and following along your growth. John, is your hospital hiring any new grad nurses?
John, before you answer this might be the feds and this might be a performance review. So they might be setting you up. Like,
right?
Right.
Wait, also, Rakeem, I'm gonna need you. I'm not supposed to say their name, so can you, like, dang?
Say it? Yeah. Yes.
They didn't say it till the very end of the letter.
Yes, I heard that. I'll see.
Okay. Wow, well, I feel bad because I think the listener's not going to like my answer very much, and mine's going to sound very corny and like pageant, and yeah, it's probably going to sound like an interview, but like that's been one of the questions they ask you in most interviews is what is your weakest trait, or what's the best trait, and then what is your weakest trait, like as a worker. And this is going to sound really lame, but one of my answers to that was sometimes I care too much about the patient, and that can lead to a problem, or like my emotions will get involved.
Oh no!
When taking care of patients, well, like for example, my last job was at at a clinic that focuses on LGBT. I can say it.
Okay, sorry.
That focuses on a LGBT demographic, and so a lot of that was like a personal. It was very personal for me because I thought like I could be this patient, or this patient could be me. This patient is my friend. This patient is my chosen family. Like this patient is the community, you know, like I get really involved and emotional and yeah, sometimes I do.
And the patient's like, first of all, I don't even remember my name, but
but yeah, like it's hard to get your emotions involved, but like I try to remember to treat everyone like they were my mom or my dad or someone's loved one, because that's the truth. And I could flip that on the reverse too. Like, even though I've come across the same, like you guys seen me like posted on my story, I come across a lot of racist patients, a lot of homophobic patients. Like someone has told me a patient has requested a nurse that was from America, and I was like, that's me, you know, like I'm born here. And then I had a nurse like request to have a non-gay nurse because they automatically knew who I was, like that I was queer, and they asked for another person. They have the right to do that. Like patients it happens all the time, but I have to keep thinking like this is somebody's loved one, and no matter what, it's also my job. It is the job I signed up for. Like no matter what comes through those doors, I have to treat it like everyone else. And that's just sort of how I deal with it. Like, even though someone is fucked up to me, that's someone's dad or someone's brother or automatically it's men, right? I'm thinking my shitty patients are men. But yeah, that's just what I have to think about, is that it's somebody's loved one. And what if it was you? What if you were that patient? If you were that patient in the bed and your nurse happened to be racist, homophobic, which chances are they might be anyway, you would still want them to treat you with the best care. And so I don't know, that's sort of how I think about it. Was there another part to the question? Yeah, I felt like I was rambling.
No, that was it.
Okay,
you answered it.
Good job.
Thank you. John. I hope that helped, and I hope you pass your NCLEX. That shit is hard. Not gonna lie. If you want to privately DM me and want some suggestions on how to study and pass the NCLEX, let me know.
You opened it up a whole. Okay, actually, never mind. That's not what I. Never mind.
Wait, John is opening up a hole?
No, I realized. Okay.
Interesting. Interessante. Interessante.
Okay, Duolingo.
You know,
what's the second?
Poquito.
What's the second letter? This is too much. It's too much. It's just
we've got a question of color, and it's actually from fairly recently.
Wait, what did I miss?
I said it's actually fairly recent. They said, "Hi y'all, happy Black History Month to everyone."
Jumbo.
I just
wait. What the
Jumbo?
Fuck? Mean Girls, girl.
Jumbo. Oh, yes.
Like,
I was like, what?
When she goes,
Jumanji.
When she goes, "Hi, I'm Katie," she goes, "Jumbo."
Jumbo.
Like, girl, what?
Remember when she's like, we have a new student from Africa, and everyone looks at the black girl, and she's like, I'm from Michigan. Oh my god.
Oh, iconic movie. Okay. Sorry.
So they say, happy Black History Month to everyone. I just recently tried to enter the dating scene, and I quickly noped out there real fast. I've been examining who I'm attracted to, and my question for you is, do you have a type, personality, and or physical? Thanks, Jean.
Whoa. Wait, we're going to me first?
Yeah.
No. Next
okay, I'll
question.
Go first. Next question.
See ya.
My type, physically physically. I don't really feel like I have like a physical type. I have like my like go-to like things that like I'll like see somebody and be like instantly attracted, but it doesn't like necessarily translate to like long-term attraction. It's just like an instant attraction. So I don't know. I just know when I see them if I'm attracted to them or not.
Mm-hmm.
As far as personality goes,
Sound it out, bitch.
Personality. Para da culo.
Oh my god.
Rakim.
What?
Para da culo.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
The
this is getting very similar to when Max Connor yelled out Wakanda, that damn porn video.
No, it's not at all similar to that. In what way is this related to that? Like, please give me point A to point
Okay.
B. I need it spelled out and mapped out.
Baze, so answer the question.
Yeah, so the question.
Oh God, John is like ready. He said, "Listen, I got a suite to be in, or somebody's waiting in his bed. I don't know, but anyway." And then my personality.
Wait, I literally turned around so I could see son was in my bed.
Oh,
I was like,
you
what?
are precious. You are truly precious. No, personality wise, I think I need some. I like people that are like nice and thoughtful and like communicative.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Well,
well.
next question.
So okay, I'm gonna go with personality wise. I'm just gonna choose that one and cop out because I'm not gonna answer physical.
Same.
She said, "Y'all already know what time it is." She's like, I'm not getting in trouble.
I like to feel protected, and so I like someone's personality who has a lot of not just confidence, but a lot of assurance as well. Like, and plus, I'm an Aquarius, so I don't really like making decisions. So,
Same girl.
You know, I like someone who's like very assertive and like, we're gonna do this. I'm like, oh great, and like, you're gonna eat this. I'm like, okay, you know, like
I'm gonna do what?
You're not gonna do all that. I don't need you to tell me what I'm gonna eat.
Well, no, like if we go out to eat and we order something,
and they make like a decision.
Yeah, like here, I think you should try this, and I'll be like,
decisiveness.
Okay. Yeah, and I like that.
Oh, that's real.
I like that because it just shows me that if you can do that in this area in your like decision making, I can see where that would be beneficial for you in a lot of other areas where you need to be assertive. Wink, wink.
I knew that this is where that was going, and I was like, maybe he'll be wholesome with this. And I guess you were wholesome in a way.
I didn't say anything. You used your imagination.
You literally said wink, wink.
Hey, what about you, Rakim?
So I'm gonna do personality as well. So I'll take personality.
She said, I don't want to.
I'll take personality for 800, Alex. I really don't need.
Y'all don't want to get caught.
Y'all
like, ooh.
Listen,
I'm not touching the looks department. We're gonna talk about personality, honey.
I am in a.
They said next question. See ya.
Listen, I am very happy with where I am, and that's all that matters. The personality types, I actually really like funny, witty people. Like, to me, if you're like, if okay, this is gonna sound really mean, but if I feel like I'm constantly teaching you something, or like you're not intellectually stimulating me, like I get so bored. Like,
yeah, that's not mean.
Like bored, like that. Like,
I'm an intellectual.
No, but it's just like, you know what I mean. Like, there's a certain kind of like if I can't have like a quick like banter with you or like a rapport, like then like that, like I get bored really easily.
Yeah,
and I like people that like keep me on my toes. And like
she said I'm a sapiosexual in her Grindr profile.
You mean a sapiosexual?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Whatever, girl. I'm sorry, I'm not intelligent, so I don't know these words, these
okay.
big words.
Didn't you call me
Sorry.
like
I'm Cardi B to the bullshit.
Didn't you call me like unclassed or like uncultured swine like last episode?
That was the old me, bitch. Okay, that was a long time ago. You can't expect me to be the same person I was 2 weeks ago, sis. Like, the fuck you thought?
What a Gemini. What a
Ooh,
Gemini.
Chile.
Do y'all like growth or not? Like, do you want me to grow as a person, or do you want me to stay stagnant?
I'm not the same person I was last week.
Did I pronounce that correctly? Is it stagnant?
That's such a meme.
I can't. The old bass can't come to the phone right now.
Oh
man.
God.
But yes. Does that answer the question sufficiently to your liking, Bays?
It did.
Do you have any follow-up questions? Any questions, concerns, comments?
No, I'm good. That was all. I made all the comments I felt like I needed to make.
Okay. Jonathan?
No, that's it.
John's like, okay, are we done? Or John's like, are you finished or are you done?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, with that, I guess we'll end this episode of Podcast of Color. Please send your questions, your honey roast emails, messy questions to Podcast of Color. Yes.
Sorry, I wanted to say thank you to the listeners who are still sticking with us. Like, even though sometimes we don't notify in the day of, and like, for example, last week we said we're taking care of ourselves. The comments and the DMs are coming in that are saying, please take care of yourselves. That's really sweet. You guys are really sweet for checking in on us. So yeah. I just think it's really a lot of love that I'm feeling right now. And the listeners, we have like the sweetest listeners who are just like, yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Like, that's so sweet. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. No, yeah, I had people were like, I'm so sad that we're not having an episode this week, but I also want you guys to take care of yourself. And
yeah.
Like, oh my God.
You guys,
thank you so much.
Thank you for those messages, y'all.
That's really nice. I don't get those. But
Ricky, no, that's not true.
Whenever we don't have an episode, I literally get at least 5 messages that are like, where is it at? Like, if it's not out literally at midnight exactly on Tuesday, people are like, what the and I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's hilarious though. I agree with everyone, and I love the fact that y'all enjoy the show, and it's still mind blowing that like people consistently listen to, like, I cannot believe that. Like, y'all like literally care about like what we have to say. That's crazy. But anyway, before John interrupted me, I was saying that to thank y'all. Wow, my brain really just shut down for.
I'm sorry. I really interrupted you when you were giving the outro. I'm so sorry.
No. Okay, that's what I was doing. The outro. Thank you. You can send your emails, honey roast stories, advice that we're not qualified to answer, but we'll try.
Poll pics, whatever.
Yeah, you can send it to podcastofcolor@gmail.com. Social media, and then you can. Sorry, I'm struggling today. And then you can also. You can't text us. You can talk to us on Twitter at Trash of Color, and then everywhere else at Podcast of Color. And do y'all have any announcements this week? Anything that's going on?
Not any that I can make on this show.
Oh my God,
Base.
Okay.
But actually, you know what? I might have to say something next week. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
like it's like I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing, I guess. I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
Okay. Yikes. Bays, Rakim, Don, Renee, 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 Bays, Rakim, Don, Renee.